All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, call law, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honors to the positive Israel, aka the positive great millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick. So, no, I was on the YouTube like just literally like a few minutes ago, and I was I forget whose YouTube page it was. I want to say it might have been redacted on one of them cats, one of the YouTube, one of them people. And there's been rumblings about this whole storm shit with the in Florida, Milton, Hurricane Milton, and they were talking about what's it called, the cloud seeding and whatnot. Basically, like it was some man-made storm shit, and lack of better terms, and saying that people they thought it was done on purpose, it was done by the government and whatnot. Now, of course, you could take that with a grain of salt. Esau, he wicked and treacherous and grimy and all that, right? But this article I came across, because I looked up the subject, this article I came across was very interesting. And the fact that Bill Snakes was involved, the owner of Microsoft, Bill Gates, that scumbag, that devil, he was involved in this article. I'm gonna bring up the article, and it made me think like, oh shit. That puts a little more legs to this shit. What happened in Tampa, which was yesterday? Yesterday, Wednesday. I don't know how long it continued, but to today. But this article I came across was from February 28th, 2022. So that's 2 years ago. About to be 3 years ago. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Now, is that a coincidence? You tell me. Because when you really think about it, they've been talking about this cloud seed and they've been, the heart program, so on and so forth. Now, I was like, it is what it is. But ultimately, it is the Lord, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, clearly. But as far as how the Lord had it play out, as far as man goes and what man's hands being involved and how it actually went about, aside from the natural things of the Lord, Esau, so, ironically in Tampa, Florida, and I'm getting this article. This is from the Business Observer. So there's a Florida and newspaper for whatever. What does this say? C-suite, whatever. And so it's a Florida newspaper called the Business Observer. And the title article is $3 billion Tampa project earns top environmental certification. Now it's from February 28th, 2022. And it says Water Street, Tampa recognized for how it's developed public spaces and walkability. So, we'll get to the article. So it says Tampa, one of the biggest projects in Tampa's history, has received a top environmental certification. Water Street, Tampa has attained LEED silver certification given for how public space between buildings is used and how the public will interact with that space for its neighborhood development plan. The acknowledgement comes from the United States Green Building Council for the design of the district's walkable streets, tree-lined and shaded streetscapes, access to quality public transit, proximity between housing and jobs, and energy-efficient infrastructure, according to press release from the developers. According to the USGBC, LEED certification is a globally recognized symbol of sustainability, achievement, and leadership. It says Water Street is the $3 billion, 56-acre mixed-use development just south of downtown Tampa. When completed, the development being built land, once mostly made up of parking lots, is expected to bring 9 million square feet of new construction that will include commercial, residential, hospitality, entertainment, and retail space. The project's developer, Strategic Property Partners, is a joint venture between investor and Tampa Bay Lightning owner Jeff Vinnick and Bill Gates Cascade Investment LLC. Tampa, when construction is built, causes hurricane and storm, destroy Tampa, rebuild it, 15-minute city. And it says, so that's what really threw my mind was that when Bill Gates was involved, right? So it says, But as much as Water Street will resemble a second downtown, a big part of the development is made up of green space and a focus on walkability. According to developers, the district will have continuous sidewalks as wide as 45 feet in places, shaded streetscapes, and public plazas. It will also include grocery stores, fitness centers, banks, schools, and other services that the daily needs of residents and workers are within walking distance. In all, 13 acres of the project is dedicated to public space. Lee Schiffer, and that's when we had the 15-minute cities. Everything is like close. All right? And it says Lee Schaffler, Chief Portfolio Officer for the developer, SPP, says in the release that our vision for Water Street, Tampa, has always centered on the philosophy that thoughtfully designed buildings are only as good as the spaces between them. We set out to create a cohesive 15-minute city of the future, and this LEED Neighborhood Development Plan certification is an important milestone that illustrates how the neighborhood will have a positive impact. Boom. That's it. I'm not saying, look, I don't know what they did, but it just seems since that rhetoric has been put out there, it's been put out there that they could have used this cloud seeding or this whatnot. And this is from February 2022 when this was certified. What it said? Earns top environmental certification. So this thing in Tampa, to have this city, this thing they're talking about in this article was to set place in Tampa. 2 years down the line, you have this hurricane that hits Tampa, and these hurricanes is hitting other parts of Florida and the southern region. There's been talks of 15-minute cities for a couple years now, what they wanted to do and how they wanted to lay out a new society. The universal basic income, get rid of the cash. This is the beast system. This is what Esau's now he's at the highest peak of his technology. Now he wants to implement how he can still control it with all this new technology that's out here now. But what he don't know, what these devils don't understand is that now, since you coming at this advanced, now you're definitely at your end. But because I heard of the rhetoric, I didn't really pay too much attention to it because cloud seeding, all that. I'm like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But seeing that, and knowing Bill Gates is involved, and this same nigga, this same devil, has been fucking buying up all the farmland, doing all this shit in the midst, and he was a front runner of all this image stuff, the C-19, the V's, the jabs. This nigga hands is in it. They got some shit where they could cause storms and all that. Who's to say that these devils the Lord is not having these devils use this cloud seeding and all this heart program to destroy these cities so he can implement a new city and a new society, a new global reset, a new world order, a land of technology. But he still wants to be in control of it. You just had this hurricane hit the Tampa, basically destroying Tampa, or destroyed a large part of it. Now what is the rebuilding process going to be? That's the key now. Now it's time for the rebuilding, because if this is certified, so they knew that Tampa. Now, what if this is the Lord putting the little monkey wrench in their plan? Who knows? I don't know the ins and outs. I'm not an insider. But it just seems real interesting that this storm hits 2 years later after this is certified and for this 15-minute city and for them to be doing all of this. So, get a couple scriptures. Oops. Hold on, bear with me. Oh shit, I spelled that shit wrong. Come on, bro. So we gonna go to 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. And it reads, It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We are not ignorant of his devices. This is one of his devices. Now, if he did use his cloud seed and shit or whatever, but ultimately it's always going to be Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. But it's very interesting that people have been saying, these Floridians have been saying that they've gone through a lot of storms and hurricanes and whatnot, and they've never seen anything like this magnitude. To where they think it might have there has been rumblings that this storm was man-made. Now, I'm not putting that they was man-made, but it's very interesting that come across this piece of information to know, oh, well, Bill Gates is behind it. So I'm pretty sure he knows he has, hands in the cloud seeding and the HARP program. All these billionaires, they all part of it, man. And this ultimately comes from the elites of Esau. And then all these billionaires and these CEOs of these companies, man. But it's all of the elites. And then who's controlling the elites? Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. But now we know that we close to his end because now you got all this war stuff happening. You got his cash in society. All these things are leading towards the beast system and ultimately to the mark of the beast, the MOTB, the micro CIP. Universal basic income. 15-minute cities, having everything in walking distance. Which means also it's more easy for you to be watched and controlled. No more cash, no more under the table. No more getting away to flee from paying taxes. These devils want to control every single transaction. That was the goal. That was the goal. Shit. That was the goal. And now, seeing this, that Bill Gates and these other motherfuckers having these plans for the Tampa area, ironically 2 years ago, and then now this hurricane. So now this hurricane and hit Florida with that, and then you had the whole thing in Hawaii. And this their goal because they think they have forever, but they still remember it's a global reset, so they have to change everything that's already here. That's why he said he knows we have but a short time. That cruel wrath, destroy your houses, the mayor of Tampa said, if you don't leave, you will die. You don't think that the Tampa mayor and these mayors and these other hit cities and townships, you don't think they got the word from heads up from the higher elites, from the higher ups, the handlers? They're telling you, we're gonna hit y'all with this hurricane. Whoever stays is gonna die. Evacuate. Remember this is still Esau's kingdom. And you still got, but remember the Lord said what? He set up the apostles last. Now that the apostles, the prophets, the men of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, the Lord's men, are out here still prophesying against you, man. So you're always going to have an issue. But you still want to get your plans on board. Fuck. Hey, man, lights out. Shit keep going on. But hey, man, that's all I wanted to bring out. See, we're not ignorant of your devices. Now, if Esau did do the cloud scene or not, it's whatever. But at the end of the day, this is very interesting that you have, they wanted to make a 15-minute city in Tampa, and now all of a sudden this major hurricane that every Floridian said that there's nothing like it, seen like this magnitude has approached. Oh, yeah, we definitely out of here. But so with that, I ain't want to make this too long. Lord, when this is edifying, I'm going to give all praises to Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM Kakadash, double honors to the Apostle of Israel, a.k.a. the Apostle of Great Millstone. Shalom.